This example, we have vector A and vector B, and we're supposed to find the angle between the vectors in degrees. How do we do that? Well, we have a formula. Let me see if I can find it here. There it is. This is your notes. This is your exam, or this is your 10.1.2.8 notes. That's on the module. And there's the angle between two vectors. How do you do it? Theta is the cosine inverse of the dot product over the magnitudes of the vectors multiplied, where u and v are those vectors. So there we go. That's what we need to do. So let's do it. So, okay. So theta will equal the cosine inverse of vector A dotted with vector B. This is a dot product over the magnitude of vector A times the magnitude of vector B. That's what the formula said. Okay, so what is that? Let's be careful here. Cosine inverse, we got to do that inside. How do you do that first part? How do you do the A dot B? Well, the dot product means the two x's multiplied. That'd be negative 3 times 5 plus the two y values multiplied. 4 times minus 5 over, and then the magnitudes. Do you remember how the magnitudes are done? It's the square root of a squared plus b squared, or x squared plus y squared, whatever you want to call it. Negative 3 squared plus 4 squared times, let me do the other one right here. The other one is multiplied right next to it, square root of x squared plus y squared. So 5 squared plus negative 5 squared. So there we go, all of that. So that's cosine inverse. If you work out this out, it's negative 15 minus 20. It's like negative 35 to me, right? Negative 15 minus 20, negative 35 in the bottom. 9 plus 16. Square root of 25 times the square root of 50, like that. So just type that into your calculator. Literally just type that in. Take inverse. Make sure you're in degree mode because they want degrees up here. So cosine inverse, negative 35. Use the negative button. I'm getting 171.8699 degrees. So that's how many degrees. That's the angle between these vectors. It's almost 180 degrees. Does that seem reasonable? Let's just check them for just a second. This is not required. So you can make that line a little better, I think. There we go. All right, so one of the vectors is back 3, up 4. So back 3, up 4. It's like that. There's vector A. And the other vector, vector B, is over 5, down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over 5, down 5. That's vector B. Yeah, so notice the angle between them is almost 180 degrees. It's 171. Yeah, it's almost 180 degrees between those two vectors. That makes sense. So this formula finds the angle between two vectors. And I hope you know how to, on your calculator, how to do the denominator, right? You got to make sure both, you can put parentheses around. When you have two things in the denominator, it kind of depends on your calculator, but on some calculators, you have to parenthesize the denominator. This is multiplied here, so that the calculator knows both of those are in the denominator. Sort of depends on your calculator.